tonight welcoming Mrs. Dana Vale, who's the federal member for Hughes, Mr. Ian McManus, the member of the Legislative Assembly here in New South Wales, local member, Mr. Erick Mitsak, a former student and now TV stage person, who's going to be introduced in some detail later, Mrs. Joy Carroll, who's going to be presenting prizes, Mr. Wes Green from the Heathcote Helensburgh Basketball Club, and also Mr. Walter Mallenhauer, a person who was associated with the founding of this school and is representing Lions. So I'd like you to stand, please, as the official party forwards in, and we thank you very much again for your presence this evening.
Say how delighted I am to see so many of you are here. I think we have a capacity audience, so thank you very much for coming. We enjoy your company, and we find that it's a very big encouragement to the teachers in the school to have so many parents supporting us on special occasions like this. This evening is all about presenting our best. The students who have done very well in terms of coming top in their class or top in their course.
I'd like to now call upon Mr. Steeves to introduce our special guest for tonight, Mr. Erick Mitsak.
I was asked to introduce Erick tonight, as many of the teachers that are here at the school now have arrived since Erick left. I really didn't know Erick all that well at school, as I arrived here in 1987, and by that time he was already in year 11. I only really have one real memory of him at school, and it was the day that he embarrassed the entire science staff room on a school assembly. He was on the student council, and he was also a prefect, and Erick's job that year was to organise a Mufti Day. I can remember him standing up on the assembly and telling the school that they had to come to this Mufti Day dressed as a dag. And then he said, which means the science staff, you can just wear your usual clothes. Now, I waited 9 years to pay him back for that one. And I've got a copy here of the 1988 bottle blush. Erick's favourite memory of Heathcote High was dressing up as a girl at the swimming carnival and realising I hadn't shaved my bikini line. Since his time at the school, I've followed Erick's career through a mutual friend. You'll probably know him best from the milk ads, or as the guy that has a girl's phone number washed off his shirt in the drive ads. But he's also had a long stint as a villain called Josh in Home and Away. He's been in the TV series The Man from Snowy River, and he was rescued by Gary Sweet in Police Rescue. He was also in the movie The Nostradamus Kid with Noah Taylor, and his new film, which I want you to look out for next year, is called The Venus Factory. That should open about the middle of next year. Over to you, Erick.
Thanks. I have to say hello to Johnny Cochran over there. How's it going? Excellent, excellent. Actually, no, just the first thing, it's amazing to hear Mrs. Boyd has, it's bizarre because I was consumed by science on the train trip down here. King's Cross to Heathcote, one train, and it was beautiful. Along the way, I got to talk to my friend about science, and I had a first, for I'm sure the first probably high school, probably in the world, but definitely in Australia. And it's an amazing scientific breakthrough in the realm of geoelectric chemistry. And it's phenomenal stuff. Basically, it's a new science that studies a fourth previously unknown form of elements, and it's the mobile ion form. And in this form, elements constantly migrate both under the ground and through the air, eventually regrouping and forming complex geochemical systems. And this is phenomenal. This migration occurs via an electrical current, and thus we exist and function in these geoelectrical chemical systems. If you guys want to know any more, you can mill around after the show, and I have a friend who can really go into detail there. But yeah, it's phenomenal stuff. Quite amazing, and this is probably the first high school we'll ever hear it. How many more days? Then school's over, right? That's it. Right. So this is the time. This is the time that everyone agrees to not see each other for 6 weeks. What? 5, right. 5.5. Did it used to be 6? Yeah, I think it was. It used to be 6. Yeah, well, let's hope you all come back. I'm sure not a lot of you, I'm sure that people in this room, there'll be at least one person possibly tragically killed. I'm sure that you'll be hearing about someone with cancer. It's a terrible time. I basically, you've got something to say. Sorry, I'm just, okay. I've got my Year 9 journal here with me. This J here is for just, and it says here 9C2. And I remember they used to tell us that we should feel free to write whatever in your journals, and just make sure you get the sort of word count up. And that's what I did. And I'd just like to read 2 passages from my journal. Oh no, here it is. Yeah. This was the second entry, which was an extra piece of paper. Which it's after school yesterday. I went to the corner shop and stole some lollies. They were bad for both stomach and tongue. So today after school, I am going to defecate on the corner shop floor. I was in Year 9 and I was in C2, which goes to show the level of intelligence that I had and can sort of impart upon you. I find it really kind of weird that I'm here because basically if I'm an example of anything, it would be possibly a rice diet. That's my stable. So yeah, I basically the only other what's that?
Get off.
Get off? Is that Milton?
Nah.
Milton, actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this. This is the first time that I've ever done this, so I will get off. My God, this is unbelievable. I've come back 9 years and it's just unbelievable hell. I'm just melting, I'm falling to pieces. I suppose, though, that to think there would have been anything else is tough because I'm just a complete loser. I'm a waste of space. I don't exist, and as far as my age, I'll probably survive 35 before I commit suicide. Or maybe not, maybe get killed. It's tough. No, just the only other thing that is very interesting to me is the ceiling, which hasn't changed at all. It's a new paint job, and this is, if anyone's not listening, that's because the ceiling is doing it. And this man is Antonio Satane, all these things just and I can't do anything about it because it's going to go on like this for 5 minutes and then 7 minutes, and then before you know, you look at it and